So the Pro Stock's underway for their opening race, and already drama down at the pit bend involving car number 30, Stuart Hall, who's managed to rejoin OK. Lewis Gilchrist out there in 177. As into the home straight then comes 98 leading the way, Callum Elliott. Good to see a surge in the lower graders into the Pro Stock C at the Racewall tonight. So Callum Elliott is leading from 23, Jack Dougal. As they head on to the back straight, Paul Barron, who's on double duty racing another formula tonight. As we've got 39, Mark Dixon in the wall up there on the pit bend, but everyone managing to avoid them. The slippery surface flag being shown to the drivers to indicate there may be fluid down on the track. It's still 98 though, leading the way, Callum Elliott heading on to the back straight. Jack Dougal defending from Paul McNulty Jr. So they come around as Paul Barron struggling for grip down there as he looks to get past 286 Dylan Dixon. Dixon goes out wide on the turnstile bend, brushes off the race wall. For the back, Ian Christie in a battle with 145. So round into the home straight, 98 leads the way. 81 and 755 as Paul Barron now putting the bump in on 81, Paul McNulty Jr. He can't find a way past in this battle for second, and this is helping Callum Elliott as the bumper goes in this time on Paul McNulty Jr., who's almost into the back of the 39 machine. As 755's through for second, a man in a hurry, but that battle's allowed Callum Elliott to lead by a length of a straight in this one. So round on to the back straight, Callum Elliott leads the way. 755 Paul Barron in second from Paul McNulty Jr. 286 Dylan Dixon now looking to try to catch 23 Jack Dougal in the battle for that third place. So it's 4 racing laps of the circuit to go for 98 Callum Elliott. 755 Paul Barron in second from 81 Paul McNulty Jr.'s Dylan Dixon had got all wrong and into the wall there. That's going to drop him out of the race, it looks like. So Dylan Dixon gone, and Jack Dougal also with damage there that slows him up on the back straight as Ian Christie and 145 also gets past them. So a late spate of retirees then with 2 laps of the circuit to go for the race leader, and Paul Barron is catching Callum Elliott. Can he catch him quick enough though? With just now 1.5 laps to go, it's again the McNultys that are causing drama for 755 as they head round into the home straight once more. And that's not him. Oh, and so that I'm sure will be dealt with as the checkered flag drops in. 98 Callum Elliott takes the win, and I'm sure there will be some disciplinary action taking place in the Pro Stocks. So the green flag drops on Pro Stocks heat number 2, as I say, minus a few cars after the incidents in heat 1. Jack Dougal in car number 23 leads the way in the early stages of this one. Heat 1 winner 98, Callum Elliott running in second now. That's 38. Stuart Hall drops down to third. .286 Dylan Dixon up a place as 145 gets past Paul McNulty Senior. 38 having hit the wall comes to a slow grinding roll forward down the home straight. He's managed to find a safe place behind the goals on the turnstile bend. So it's still Jack Dougal leading from Callum Elliott and Dylan Dixon, first, second and third. Ian Christie, the first of the star graders in 170. For the back, Gary Roberts in 953 with the Starsky and Hutch-esque paint scheme on his car. So Callum Elliott in 98 has started to catch our race leader 23, Jack Dougal, into the home straight. The 98 car now within one car's length. Oh, and it's all gone wrong for Jack Dougal in the wall as 98 went by. I think just losing it there. So 98 managing to come back out the wall as 145 gets delayed. And the 145 car may have struck problems as well, so well, it's all gone wrong there for both Jack Dougal and Kidd. Kidd has found pace again in behind the and now past the 953 car. 953 now retires up there in turn 1, and 145 slow again. So 98, Callum Elliott inherits the lead once again with 5 laps to go. So for the back, Ian Christie now getting up and past Dylan Dixon for second place. Onto the back straight, and Ian Christie now managing to catch the race leader with 3 laps to go. 98 Callum Elliott, Ian Christie closing in second, and Christie now eating hand and foot into the lead of 98. He's on the rear bump of 98 as they come into the home straight with 2 laps. Callum Elliott, the lead under threat here is 170 over the rear bumper, but the 98 driver not pulling over. Bumper goes in from Ian Christie. The 98 car and driver managing to hold on for the lead as the last lap board goes out. It's now or never for Ian Christie. Onto the back straight, just the 5 runners in this one. Bumper goes in from Ian Christie. Once again, 98 managing to withstand the challenge that comes in, and it's going to be a double race victory then for 98 Callum Elliott. Ian Christie in second as the rest of the field come round to conclude Pro Stocks heat number 2. your Pro Stock final gets underway here this evening. Mark Dixon down the home straight in that second place behind 38. Gary Roberts slow and pulls into an early retirement. So challenge on for the lead to Stuart Hall in car 38. Defending from 286, Dylan Dixon. Mark Dixon now defending from 39 gets launched up the back straight wall. And the 39 car out of the race. That was the driver who's looking for the hat trick tonight, Callum Elliott, promoted up to the yellow grade, having already won both heats this evening, and he's running in third as Gary Roberts has managed to rejoin in 9.53, but at the tail end of the field. So it's Dylan Dixon leading the way from 38, Stuart Hall, as Gary Roberts again retires behind the goals, comes to a halt behind the goals, but this time on the pit bend. 98 Callum Elliott trying to close the gap on 38 Stuart Hall for second. The 145 driver still struggling for pace out there, just circulating at the rear of the field as the race leaders go by. 98 Callum Elliott now under pressure from 170 Ian Christie into the home straight, all out of shape there, and it is the 170 driver who gets it wrong. So 170 stranded here in home straight. Everyone's managed to avoid him as 38 Stuart Hall comes back at 98 Callum Elliott, and it's a yellow flag stoppage, one of the first of the night, with 170 unable.
Go with me if we rode the clouds together. Could you not look down forever?
So that event closing up the field. So on to the back straight, 286, Dylan Dixon leading from Callum Elliott, looking for the hat trick tonight. 38 retires here in the home straight. Lewis Gilchrist in third from Paul McNulty, and 145 still crawling. So 38's got going once again, but it's Dylan Dixon out in front from 98, and 177 is catching him for second. That's the main interest in tonight's Pro Stock final, is this battle for second, because Callum Elliott's dropped away from Dylan Dixon, your race leader, who comes into the home straight once more. .286 looking rapid out there in the second half of this race. 177 Lewis Gilchrist again closing in on Callum Elliott for second, but we've just got a couple of laps of the circuit to go. 98 and 177 battling it out down the back straight, around into the goes out to Dylan Dixon. Callum Elliott defending that second from Lewis Gilchrist. And Gilchrist up the inside, he's almost sent 98 into a spin, but 98 holds it, the final bend, another nudge comes in. 98, a great hold into the home straight though, and what... Across the line in fourth, just to four finishers in all of that one.